Have you ever wondered if Satan's power is as limitless as he'd like us to believe? What if I told you there are things he simply cannot do, things that reveal the limits of his influence in ways that will surprise you? Today, we're uncovering 7 shocking truths about Satan's limitations that will empower your faith and uplift your spirit. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll have a newfound confidence in God's ultimate authority over all things. And who knows, you might even find yourself laughing at the enemy's so-called power. Number 1, he cannot separate you from God's love. Let's start with one of Satan's biggest lies, the idea that he can somehow cut you off from God's love. In Romans 8:38-39, it's clear that nothing, not even Satan himself, can separate us from the love of God. The devil might be able to throw distractions, doubts, and even suffering our way, but God's love is a fortress. Ever tried getting through an old castle wall? Yeah, the enemy doesn't have a chance. Number 2, he cannot forgive or be forgiven. Now here's a fact that might make you stop and think. Satan cannot forgive, nor can he experience forgiveness. Forgiveness is something unique to God's nature, and he offers it to us freely. Isn't that a gift worth holding on to? It's like having a diamond Satan can only admire from a distance, but can never possess. Imagine the frustration he must feel. That's the power of God's grace at work in us. Number 3, he cannot know your future. One of the greatest tricks Satan uses is making us believe he knows our future, especially when it seems dark or uncertain. But here's a reassuring truth: only God knows the plans he has for you. Satan may be able to stir up doubt, but he is blind to your God-given destiny. Now, isn't that exciting to think about? God's plans are locked away, out of Satan's reach. Speaking of locked away, can you imagine Satan trying to guess our passwords? Let me tell you, he'd be the last person you'd want as your tech support. But jokes aside, isn't it a relief to know that our future isn't in his hands? Number 4, he cannot create life. As powerful as he may seem, Satan cannot create life. God alone is the creator, the one who breathes life into each of us. Satan can only twist and corrupt what's already been created. So when you see the beauty of God's creation, remember, no matter what, Satan's reach will never extend to that miracle. It's like trying to bake bread. Without any flour, he just can't do it. Number 5, he cannot control your thoughts without permission. Many people fear the power of the enemy over their thoughts, but did you know that he can't control your mind unless you let him? James 4:7 tells us to resist the devil and he will flee. Think about that, he'll run away. That's a power you hold over him through God's strength. So, let's shut down any fear he tries to plant. Number 6, he cannot change God's plan for you. One of the biggest lies Satan tells is that he can ruin or alter God's plans for you. But God's promises are sealed by his sovereignty. Satan may try to disrupt, but he cannot rewrite what God has written for your life. Now, doesn't that fill you with joy? Knowing that no matter what, the Lord's purpose stands firm. Number 7, he cannot bear witness to the truth. Satan is the father of lies, and he is incapable of embracing or spreading truth. Think about that, a being so bound in deceit that he can't even recognize or speak the truth. In contrast, we as believers are grounded in the truth of God's word. The power of truth is on our side, making the enemy's lies powerless against us when we stand in faith. Did you know Satan is actually allergic to truth? All right, maybe not literally, but he sure acts like it. Every time we speak God's truth, we're putting up a barrier he can't break. So there you have it, 7 things Satan simply cannot do. Each of these truths shows the unbreakable strength of God and the incredible ways he protects and empowers his people. As we reflect on these limitations, let's remember that our God is so much greater, stronger, and more loving than we could ever imagine. Before you go, if you want to deepen your understanding of your God-given purpose, watch my video Signs You are marked by God. It's a powerful message for anyone ready to step confidently into God's calling. Click the end screen, and I'll see you there.